He wanted to hear everything. And these squirrely, weird children wreaked havoc on the pew and all the folks who sat here. So everybody was concerned about with Damien. Huh, Damien. Well, James said, I'm not going to have him in my class. I'll quit teaching before I'll have him in my Sunday school class.
Wow.
That was Jane. And Damien ended up in Margaret's class, or in Edith's class. Edith was in her 70s. Edith didn't have an education, college education. Edith had a Jesus education.
Yes, amen.
So Edith said, this is going to be Damien Seek. He's going to be the assistant teacher in this class.
Oh.
So she put Damien on a chair, put his name on. Damien, you have a named chair. I will expect you here every week. And when I don't know what to do, I will ask you, Damien. Oh, you fine, Sister Wolf.
Sister Wolf.
Can't tell you how Damien grew that year. Out in the lobby of our church, we had the greeters. You know the greeters that you have? God bless you! Like Walmart. Greeters of the Walmart. Cart? No, I mean, have a
cart.
And they're wonderful. They're all the snazzy ones, you know. I never liked going through the lobby because the snazzy ones made me nervous. Around the other side. Because one time I went through the lobby and one of the greeters said to me, Judy, our Sister Rachel's, you know, our previous pastor's wife, she kept an extra pair of hose. Do we know hose?
Yes. Spanx.
Spanx.
Oh.
Long story, okay?
Pantyhose.
Our previous pastor's wife kept extra hose in the drawer here in the lobby. So if she had a run, and I'm looking down, I got 2 runs. I want her to think they're scenes, but they're not scenes. I mean, hey, I got money to spend on other stuff, but not getting new hose.
Yeah.
So I didn't walk to the lobby after that. Good. Did you bring them for her there so they would be there for her? Oh, she brought them herself. Thank you. I mean, so she greeted. I have nothing against greetings. God bless them all. We need their hugs. We also have a track rack in our lobby. You know what that is? Where they put the gospel tracts.
Yeah.
You know, they tell little stories, little papers, and so the good Christians go and get the tracts, and then they go to the restaurant and they leave a really big tip, right? And then the tract, yeah. So one day the greeters came to the pastor and they said, Pastor Rachel's, Damien is stealing from the tract. We see him. He wads them up and puts them back in there. You need to talk to Margaret. Pastors are asked to do jobs like that. By people who pay big tithes. By the greeters. Pastor, talk to Margaret about Damien. To the glory of God. Well, the pastor didn't talk to Margaret right away. But you know what? Several weeks passed, and one day Margaret came to Pastor Rachel. Oh, Pastor Rachel, she said, let me tell you something. She said, you know what? She said, you know that track rack out in the lobby? Yeah. Yeah, Margaret. You know, every week Damien goes there, and when nobody's looking, he takes out 7 gospel tracts. And he takes them home because my husband was addicted. Wicked, rough, mean man. Every night, Damien takes one of those tracts and puts it by his plate at dinner. Sometimes his father rages at him, wads it out, throws it off. Sometimes he actually reads it. Well, Damien thinks that you're supposed to buy those tracts. He doesn't have any money. So he gathers them up at the end of the week on Saturday. Nobody's looking on Sunday. He puts them back in the tract. Being a pastor is not an easy thing to do. It's not something that you can handle right now, Pastor. Something about the grace of God. Something about God's God's promise to make us holy, even as He is holy. Someone said to me early in my marriage, it's not your job to make your husband holy. I had been in ministry for 20-some years before we got married. I knew everything about the church. I knew all about saints. I knew all the laws. And the first few months of marriage, Ray came home one day, and he's a jock, and his father was a fireman. He doesn't know what in the world to do about being a pastor. He doesn't look like a pastor, doesn't talk like a pastor, doesn't act like a pastor. I'm going, oh my God, we're never going to make it. You really need to have on horn rim glasses, you know. They're black suit and stuff. And one day he came in and he said, I don't know what to do about so-and-so. I said, well, I know what to do. He said, what? I said, what to do? How do you know that? He said, well, I've been watching it. I've been watching it all my life. That's how you do it. That's what you do. That's what you say. That's what you do. I remember him looking at me and saying, yeah. And for 20-some years, I have been watching that happen in the church. Well, shut my mouth. Never thought about it. Realized then it's God's job to make this man pastor. My job is to make him happy.
Yes.
And make our place safe. And make our place peaceful.
Yes.
And be his biggest supporter, even when I don't feel like it until my mind. It's still my job. I used to try to find one sentence that I really was blessed. I don't mean that he never said anything, but I mean one thing that really, I would say, you know what you said about, that helped me this morning. I needed that.
So we're listening.
Taking
Taking
notes.
notes.
That meant so much to me. Such
Yeah.
a little thing.
That's true.
Can we do it?
Yes.
Lord Jesus, you have